Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the QLS channel. We are here for the first match of Super Rugby Aupiki. We've had a couple technical difficulties already to start the season, which is normally, I guess, the way that it normally would go for ourselves. But welcome to the QLS Sport channel. I should mention we are on today. Pretty much, as you can see, my green screen, it doesn't quite cover the whole screen. Also, haven't been able to find an online scoreboard, so I will have to write that down the bottom of the screen as well. But this game just around the corner should be a very exciting one. The Chiefs Manawa taking on MATUTU in this matchup, and it should be a very awesome one. We will show the starting lineups and reserves for you guys who are here in the chat as well. One moment, ladies and gentlemen, we will put that up. Currently, the Huckers are being performed by the two sides, and then we are going to be ready to go for this first match of Super Rugby Aupiki. I forgot the name of it for a second. That's not a good start, is it? Right, one moment. We'll go like this. Go like this, and we will go like, where is it? It's hiding. There it is. Right. We should have this up and about in a very short moment, ladies and gentlemen. I love technical difficulties. They are what make the world go round. So this, oh, now it's saying I've got too many lineups, so I cannot put that one moment. I feel like this is the case of what could go wrong? Everything, but we will go like that. I'm on a different chair, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I should mention as well. Oh, yeah, I've got the Kiwi lads and also Truckin has said, hey, how are you, mate? I'm doing very well. Although, as you can see, a couple little roadblocks / speed bumps that we have got at this stage. But this is the first lineup that we will be showing for this matchup, and it is Chiefs Manawa. Throughout this lineup, I'll be honest, I don't know too many of these players. I know Brazier, number 10. I also know Ruby Tui will be out on the back line, and an exciting prospect to watch throughout this season. Mateli out on one wing, and then also in that lineup, I do see originally it was going to be Portia Woodman in there, but I believe, oh no, she is there at number 14. She is still sneaking about for that one. Then this is the starting lineup. On the other side in this game, Matutu have gone with, which is going to be very exciting to see how they go into their first one. And also, guess who tested positive this morning? I would assume that it is you, unfortunately. So hopefully you're not feeling too bad at this stage and you do end up with a speedy recovery. I got a different chair. It's been in my room for the past 2 years. Now I feel weird. I can rotate. Like, I've been on those wooden chairs for so long, I can just kind of slowly drift around and it's fine. You know, I could go in all sorts of directions. I got a different headset. That's because my other one is actually wedged under the wheel. Unfortunately, the wire is all tangled up because of the seat. So it does mean that I am unable to sit on it just at this stage or to get my headset out from underneath it. But we will go like this and we will go like this. We are going the Chiefs Manawa. They are sitting there. And it is 0-0. We're going to have to do it old school. This is actually how we used to do it on the Kiwi Lads channel before we had an online scoreboard. So we did base it off. But I've learned that Flash score do not cover female games. So that's slightly unfortunate. But this will be the scoreboard that we are going with today for this matchup. But I hope you guys are all excited. And how's it going, Hamish? Good evening, everyone. And happy birthday for yesterday, mate. I hope you did have an awesome day. We're currently, I'm at HBF Park as well. But I'm on a different seat. It's got armrests. This is very comfy. So I have to try my best not to fall asleep throughout any of the late night live streams that we have got in the future. We'll go crazy and see it on Ollie Wilson here as well. Welcome in, boys. And I also feel like I've been hit by a truck. As I says, Nov Mum, trucking down under, you wouldn't have had a thing or two to do with that, would you? Of course, he is the only man that I know who drives a massive truck, but he hasn't crashed into anything. That is all right. Right. Super Rugby Aupiki about to get underway for the first season. And also, sorry to hear that, Les, as I said, Sebastian there. But we are about to be going 4 sides. There were actually going to be 2 sides playing a bit earlier on, the Hurricanes and the Blues. But unfortunately, due to COVID cases, does mean that one was a little bit delayed. But this game now underway. And it will be Matutu will be kicking off this one. And it is Renee Holmes gets us underway. The first touch of the ball for Super Rugby Aupiki taken nicely just outside of the 22 for Chiefs Manawa. And currently, this is going to be a fun learning process because I will have to learn some of these players all over again. I'm looking out for Ruby Tui, though, and she is on the outside. She's already got the ball. Trying to be charging forward, looking for the long pass. Ball on the inside. Does end up bouncing back onto the side, though, of Matutu, and it was Liv McGovern, I believe it is. A little knock on from Ruby Tui, which now means that Matutu will have the scrum feed this stage of the match. But a quick start to this match. Only 40 seconds in, and we've already probably covered about 50 meters worth of turf for the Chiefs Manawa. Just using their back line very nicely. It would have been Kelly Brazier setting up on the outside. And then Ruby Tui received the pass, looking for the support run, it just wasn't quite there for her, though, in the early stages. Because of it now, they have been put on their back foot. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who do you think will win this one? I know that Chiefs Manawa won it in the preseason matchup between the two sides. Be a big push now. Rahini puts the ball in a little bit of the back foot, so it seems like the Chiefs may have the strongest scrum of the early stages. Kicked him behind. It's going to be taken nicely inside of the 22, and she has taken the mark there for Kelly Brazier. Quick tap taken, and it looks like we are going to be continuing going forward rather than kick it for touch. Chiefs Manawa look like they want to try and run this one a little bit. It was the captain, Les Elder, to get a bit of a carry there. Once again, going to be using the back line now. Portia Woodman's got it on the outside. She has got insane pace when she does get a bit of space. It's dragged down by Duplessis. We have got the Kiwi lads. Lennon says hi as well. Welcome in. The Livestream I, hope you're doing well. Little bit of a mishap there. That was a big hit, and now ball sits up nicely for Matutu. Running straight through the tackle of Ruby Tui. It would have been McGovern, but the ball has come loose. And it's gone back for the scrum feed. Fast-paced game so far between the two sides in the early stages. But McGovern, second 5. She looks like she's got quite a bit of height. This is actually my first time seeing probably about 25 of these ladies playing. So it's certainly going to be a name game for a start. But hopefully we do get the hang of it eventually. And up to Kiwi lads as well, says Ollie Wilson. Just watching a bit of rugby, Super Rugby Aupiki, first match ever. Thought we'd better cover it on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel just in case copyright is a thing. I wasn't too sure whether or not they would try and strike us down straight away. But we have got the NRL a bit later on. Penrith Panthers taking on the Manly Sea Eagles, which will also be a bit of a name game for a start. Trying to re-teach myself all the names that I used to know, but have now forgotten through like thousands of rugby names going in there. Another big push from the Chiefs in the scrum. Kelly Brazier going back across, wide cut out pass to Portia Woodman. She's got a bit of space now, and it will be Martha Mataeli who's able to drag her down 25 meters out from the line now for the Chiefs. And once again, continuing to drive their way forward. It's a good carry. In fact, I should actually make my own scoreboard. I've just remembered I have an application that lets you make your scoreboard. One moment, ladies and gentlemen. I might be able to fix this, and then you won't be able to see the sides of my green screen. Scoreboard maker. I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier on, like before the live stream started. But yeah, pretty much you just make a scoreboard, create a scoreboard. There we go. One moment, we just got another stoppage in place, so that makes it just a bit easier to be able to go between them. But we're going to go like this. Home side is the Chiefs. Away side is MATUTU. And period length, no periods around here. Not that I will reference anyway. Period length would be 40 minutes if you want to be like that. There we go. I think that's about it. Time doesn't count down, it goes up. We go like that. And now we click on show scoreboard. And we go like that. No, not like that, like that. Right. I think I've almost made the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. Should be very handy indeed. We'll go like that. We go like that. And we'll go like that. There we go. It's a bit rough, I'll be honest. It's not the best looking scoreboard in the world, but it will do the job just for now. It has not started this scoreboard. At this stage, it still says 40. Okay, this might have been a good idea on paper, but maybe not so much of a good idea in general. I'm going to quickly move the game to this side so I can still see it, though, on what's going on. Currently, the Chiefs have got the ball just outside of their own 22. We're going to zoom this in a little bit more. Show full screen, that'll do it. Right, that'll do for now, although I don't know how to get that to start counting. Hi, Hamish. There's more. Brandon, welcome in to the live stream, mate. I hope you are doing well. Currently, the score between these two sides is still 0-0. Another offload out to Portia Woodman down the wing. It's gone backwards, so it still is available for Matutu just outside of their own 22 now. And she does put up the high kick. It was Gapper. Just get plenty of height on it. It's actually bouncing back onto the side of Matutu. Nice pick up. They're going back for the penalty, though. That one moment. We'll go like that. And we'll move that one over there. So I go like that. And then like that. Then I go here. Put that on top. Timer. Start that. Okay. No, we don't want to start from 40. Right, one moment. We're getting there. We're going to go down to about 10 minutes. Okay, I don't think the scoreboard likes me very much, it seems. So that's just going to... Oh, no, it is actually going now. Although we're on the wrong time. So that's not as good. A moment. This is not going well at the moment. We're currently now just outside, or just inside of the 22 there, and go Chiefs, says Novmum. Now it's going to be a big run from the tight air prop for the Chiefs. Manawa driving their way forward. It's a penalty now to the Chiefs, taking the quick tap rather than going for the 3. And now down the wing, it will be Luna Connor. It's getting extremely close, 3 meters out from the line here for the Chiefs. Can they get the first try of Super Rugby? Manawa getting close. No, they're going back for the penalty now. Double blow of the whistle, so they're going to be going upstairs. And also we have got their 2 Brandons as well. There are 2 Brandons here by the looks of it. Okay, 9 blue was offside, so that would actually be... It's actually D. Henny. It was supposed to be... What's her name? She's actually the one in the thumbnail. I can't remember her name now, unfortunately, though. But now only a couple meters short of the line here for MATATU. Passing it off, it will be once again Connor close to the line, does fall sideways though, so we'll be just held up a little bit. Okay, it looks like it might have been turned over. Double blow of the whistle. Everyone's going to have to look upstairs. Well, that one time off now is the call. We'll configure. No, we won't. One moment. And also Barmy Joe Root. I'm living the West Indies test. As if my life depends on it, Mark will gift me the wicket of Captain Braithwaite in there. And they do seem like they're going very well at the moment, the West Indies. So hopefully they will be able to get back into it. England, I mean, they did decently for themselves in terms of the amount that they were able to get on the board. I'm just quickly changing the scoreboard so that it does behave itself. We'll go like that. We'll go like that. And then I believe if I click this and go down here, is that updating? No, it's not. If I go like, okay, so if I go like that now, nope. Doesn't like me very much, the scoreboard. I think this is why I always use my other one. And also, it was this Brandon is a bot as well. I could block him if you want, Brandon, depending on who it is. Like they're saying, this might be actually the first try of the competition now for one that looks like she wasn't quite able to get down originally. But I think she's got it. I think it might be close. Okay, so I'm going to go like this because this is the control panel. Right. I think we are sorted now. I think I've managed to somehow fix this, other than the fact that you guys can't see the scoreboard. There we go. Right. That's our technical difficulties done. Okay, grounding by pink. So we award the try. Which means we go like this, and also get partnership is Collins or consolidating between Jason Holder and Bonner, and need to break it effective immediately. And then and just see what he said, and also any streams apart from on Sky, says Alex. I don't believe so. I'll check on the TAB because that is another option for us in New Zealand. But that is the try, the first try of the season as well, I should mention. So very impressive. We will put that down there. We'll put that over there. I think my microphone's in a different spot to normal. I'm just going to quickly change that. There we go. This chair is a lot harder to maneuver in. I've learned it also. We have got the ISS Novmum, so we'll go like this. And with a bit of magicalness, if I go like this, have they got points now? They do. Oh! Okay. Sorry, I got very excited there because it's actually working. Look at that. It's actually updating. Kick here. It's hit the post and it does not go over. So the score will remain at 5-0. And also, Brandon, is your email. Which stadium is that in the background? I'll be honest, I rushed a little bit, which does mean that the stadium is HBF Park in Perth. is actually where we have got that one. Because I was going to go with FMG Stadium, but just before the live stream, like I was like, okay, Flash score will have the scoreboard. They always do. And then they didn't. And then I was like, right, Super Rugby's my backup. They'll have the scoreboard. They didn't. And then I was like, what to do now? I've realized that this pillow is a very similar color to the green screen, so I'll take that off. But I'm on a different chair. I feel like I'm very laid back at the moment. Currently, they have got this ball just outside of their own 22 here, the Chiefs. Brazier passing it to first receiver. And a Hohepo who does kick it down the field. And also, can you not? Okay, get him out as well, says Brandon there. So this is going to be kicked downfield, kicked high now. It's going to be taken very nicely. Kicking it back now. And just outside of her own 22, Matutu. Fullback will have to kick this one back inside. It's out on the full. Okay, they've said it's bounced in, so it's all right. Right, the TAB, I'm just going to have a quick look to see whether or not they do actually have this game available, because if they do, they don't. Okay, so I think it is only Super Rugby. And what time is the NRL game? It will be at 10:05 New Zealand time. So relatively late here in New Zealand, but I'm going to have to put the camera down a bit more, aren't I? Not too low, though. We don't want to show too much. Currently 10 minutes into the game here. Continuing to drive their way forward. And minus 7.5 for the Chiefs would be nice. I think they cover it pretty easy, says Alex. And they do look like a very strong side in the Chiefs. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. And also who will be the top side in the competition. I know the Hurricanes have got a few decent team members, such as Sarah Hirani. She would have been playing in that one early on. And also not that as on there. Or not that late, I think that would be from Henry Samuel. Many people in the chat, says Sam. Not that many people in the chat. Yeah, we are on the Kiwi Lad Sport channel for the first game of Super Rugby Aupiki. Just knocked backwards there from Mulu, and they will be going back for the initial penalty. And also, Kiwi Lads, can you get more Brandon out? I mean, I can. If it's not you, I can just put him on a timeout if you like, if that helps. But we all go like that, and we will go like that as well. I guess that's the other side of it. I think we got different moderators on this channel, don't we? Compared to the other. That is going to annoy me big time. Let's start with that. Completely tangled. They've taken the quick tap again. No one wants to kick for the post here. And now, once again, they are throwing the big tight air prop. His name is Colin Avali, who I will have to learn pretty quickly now. Nice hands. And out to Edmonds. Just outside of the 22 now, going to the short side, trying to find Woodman on the outside. Instead, taking the carry was Simon. Kennedy Simon it is. Let's go forward once again. Well recycled by the Chiefs, continuing to drive their way just a little bit closer. 11 minutes into this game at this point in time. Now passing it out the back line. Another step. Still on the 22. It's the penalty to Matutu, though, and I believe it would have been Pip Love. Got straight over that ball. Did end up winning the penalty. Can I be moderated for this channel, please? As I says Henry at this stage, I believe we've got about 5 moderators for this channel also. So if it does end up getting too hectic, then that is normally when we do go looking for extra moderators and whatnot. But I think it was the turnover for Pip Love. And now kicking this one for the touch for Matutu. They do play 80 minutes. And also, is this a different channel to your normal channel as well? Says Stricken Down Under. It is indeed. So this is the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, which is pretty much anything from rugby to rugby league to cricket to what else have we done on this channel? Oh, heap of random stuff. We probably do some table tennis at some stage if you guys are keen for it. This is nicely done here. And Amy Rule drives up to the 40-meter line for Matutu. But yeah, pretty much we're on this one because I wasn't sure whether or not Super Rugby would be super strict and strike us straight away. So it's kind of like a test run on this channel. Same with the NRL, because I know that the NRL, sometimes they can get a little bit trigger happy with the copyright button. So we're on this channel for it. And yeah, this was pretty much our channel that we used while we had our T20 World Cup copyright strike. That's the penalty to Matutu now, 40 meters out. And don't know what's happening, Hamish. The More Brandon channel is the one with Rugby Sevens videos, whereas the Brandon one is the account that's been on the main channel lately, says Sebastian. Certainly a plot twist, isn't it? But I believe that's the thing. With the fact that you are able to check it and see what channel it is, like I think both of them are Brandon. Maybe. Maybe. So I guess we just take it as it comes. I think keep vigilant as well and see how it goes. I'm really annoyed about my headset getting stuck underneath the chair wheel, by the way, because it's like well and truly lodged in there. And yeah, right, I had a look. I am subscribed as well. And I think it says trucking down under. But yeah, it's a bit confusing with the fact that the channel names and channel logos are pretty similar overall. But yeah, we will be doing the Penrith Panthers versus Manly Sea Eagles later on. This is a good backline movement. Pearson herself near the line. Ruby Tui just well and truly commits her body to stop Matutu, who are only a metre short of the line currently. Almost the opportunity for them to get themselves a try. She goes over and Matutu scores. And it was Pip Love who did end up scoring the try there. And I can go like this. This is quite fun. I go boom, boom. And then I go like that. Boom. It goes like, that's actually more efficient than the other one, to be honest. It's just the fact that there's so much space around it. Like, it's just great. I should have changed the color to something a little bit more appealing. Ooh. Hang on. What's an appealing color? You know, that's a bit bright. That's very bright. We won't do that. We'll go with, I like yellow. But actually, no, our channel's green, so it should probably be green, shouldn't it? There you go. Oh, the scoreboard's so bright, isn't it? Also, magenta, says Sebastian. I like magenta. Magenta would go well with the yellow, wouldn't it? Because this is just way too bright. One moment. We'll go like this. Configure this one. And we'll get some nice magenta in there. Something around there. I'm trying to think of Blue's Clues. It's not too bad, Sebastian. Why is it only 8 minutes again? I just realized let's go a little bit to the right hand side. So now 15 minutes in, which we will be able to go like this. I'm just syncing up the time. There we go. And just like that, it's 5-5 between these two sides. And also, as was not me, as well, says Brandon, have you given someone your account password, Brandon? Because I assume if you have, that will be who's on your account, but it is actually your account. Like, it's got videos of you on it that you've filmed. So someone either has like got into your phone or something's happened there, I think. But that's going to be a low kickoff from Chiefs Manawa. Kick towards the touch line. It hasn't found touch though. Taken nicely by Holhepper. Now wide cut out pass out to Portia Woodman. Almost doesn't sit up for her. She's taken it nicely. And a lot of these girls were actually in the New Zealand Women's 7 side. The likes of Portia Woodman, Ruby Tui. We will see Hirani in action next week. Trying to think of that young, who was the winger for them? I couldn't think of her name yesterday, and it really annoyed me. The winger for the 7 side who had a whole heap of pace. Was it Michaela Blyde? I think it was. Don't know whether or not she has signed up for any side. That's in touch. And now it is going to be the line out. Why did they decide that yellow was the color to go with for the scoreboard? Like for the words, because you can't change the words. And I feel like it's very much so a very bright one. You know, it's very bright. But anyone who is new to the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, it is very similar to the Kiwi Lads channel, other than the fact it's got sport on the end of it. Sure, hit that subscribe button and leave a like as well, because we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers on this channel, 10,000 on the other. And we are working extremely hard on both of them. I want to bring this channel back. We haven't been on it for about 112 days, I think I saw, which is a huge number, but that was when we got our copyright strike. But I want to have consistent content on this channel and the main channel alongside each other. Currently driving their way forward once again now for Matutu is sitting 5-0. I got more, Brandon. I am not on it. But it was my friend go to be mad as well, says Brandon there. And now looking to pass it across there. Ruby Tui. Is that allowed? Mataeli was literally in the back line for Matutu. I'm not too sure how she managed to get there without being in an offside position, but it's worked out nicely. And now once again, Amy Duplessis in the midfield. To be continuing to drive her way forward. Yep, it fooled me as well. She's chucking down under into there. And also, you're not sure what's going on. Let's keep it on one account in the chat. It's just that I'm getting dark flashbacks whenever I see multiple accounts of the same user in the chat, of course. There was a specialist and it wasn't there. 100 different accounts he had at one point. Going straight through them, but now nice step, McGovern. Continuing your way forward. And also do let me know your predictions for the NRL, ladies and gentlemen, because I see that the defending champs, that was an interesting tactic. Just decided to try and kick that one backwards, and it didn't quite work out for Matutu. Now a lot of pressure on Renee Holmes. I keep on saying it as if she is French. She is not French that I know of. Now for 45 meters out. Once again, using their back line here. 5 needs to roll out of there, and she has done just that. I think the Panthers get beat as well, says Alex. I do see their underdogs, which was a big one. So I guess with Turbo and the Manly Sea Eagles, and also they got Daly Cherry Evans, don't they? They've got a few decent signings this year from what I've seen the Sea Eagles. It was a little tricky on me, as says Brandon. Currently getting driven backwards on the halfway line for Matutu. I say Manly by 4 as well, says Sebastian there. So I guess the big other question will be top 4, but we'll probably get onto that in the NRL. But who do you guys think will be the final? I have a good feeling about Manly tonight, says Drucken Down Under. Could be the case. I mean, that's the thing. Manly have a good side, and it's if they lose a couple of their players, their big players due to injury, I think that's where they struggle. But while they have got their full squad, they're going to be dangerous. Like Turbo is just a beast. Tommy Travojevic, Jake Travojevic actually on the starting lineup or on the squad as well, wasn't he? And also Panthers made me so much money last year, never ever bet against them though, says Alex with a there. Okay, so I guess that's the thing. I'm terrible when it comes to predictions, as you guys will know from the rugby union ones. Like, I can't predict games to save myself. So I'm going to... Panthers have got a decent side, don't they? Who are they missing? They're missing Nathan Cleary, though, due to shoulder injury. So he's probably a big one that if they had him, they might have had more of a chance. I'll go Sea Eagles by 6. Go a little bit more. I'll get them by 6 of that one. And possibly Storm versus Sea Eagles for the grand final, to be honest, says Sebastian. Yeah, some very good players for both of those sides at the moment. How did my scoreboard get so out of sync? I think I need to pay attention to when they stop their scoreboard. But we're going to just sneakily go back a little bit. There we go. And Roosters Storm grand final. Like it. Like it a lot. James Tedesco, I assume, will help carry those Roosters all the way to the final. So who's the side that you guys go for in the NRL? I know that, Sebastian, you're a Titans man. Who do you go for? Alex, Brandon, and Truck? And do let me know. So I do need to know these little insider knowledge things, and you guys will know the best out of anyone in terms of who's a good player to watch out for. The young and up-and-coming talent, I haven't seen a huge amount of the NRL in the past couple of years, but I wish that I had seen more of it. It is very enjoyable, but front row collapsing there. And now it is going to be Manawa who will have the line out if they do kick it in touch. I'm a Roosters. Oh, we might have a couple of Roosters fans. Tigers as well. Says Trucking Down Under. Don't worry, I'm from New Zealand, mate. I know all too well what it's like being near the bottom of the group, unfortunately. Hopefully the Warriors can do all right this year. And also, but grew up being a huge Warriors fan as well on Titans A. Into there, says Sebastian for that one. But it looks like a sub is being made already, and it will be now Mackenzie. They actually have 25 in their squads. Okay, it is going to be a Gapper coming off the field. The number 10 actually getting replaced early on for Mackenzie. Wonder if this one also smiles Tigers as well, says Brandon. So a couple Tigers supporters into the chat. Hopefully, yeah, that's the thing. I'm hoping that the NRL this year we can do multiple games. I think the Thursday night game will always be one that we can do, and then also some of the Sunday games would be very nice to do alongside the Super Rugby competition. That one's going in now nicely. Flat ball, driving her way forward nicely. Chiefs Manawa, dangerous carry after 20 metres out now. The halfback, not the best pass, but it does bounce up favourably for now a good step through for it was Kelly Brazier. Was also in that 7th side. Another nice step here from Chiefs Manawa. Beautiful offload. Getting closer and closer. It was Edmonds. Now short side. Looking how Waikato pass out to Ruby Tui. Did she get it down or was she just at a touch? And also Warriors to make the top 8 if they get to play on home games or get to play their home games. I have heard. I mean, that's the thing. Being from New Zealand, we probably hear about them the most for the Warriors. But I mean, there's a decent chance that they do go through. Whoopsies, that's the wrong way with the scoreboard. We're just going to go like that and sync up with what they have got currently. We'll go like this, and we'll go like that. There we go. So they're just checking this grounding, see whether or not Ruby Tui did go into touch in this one. And Trucking is a huge fan. He had to deal with all the failure and disappointment over the last few years, and he's still loyal. And I feel like that's what makes an awesome fan. You know, you don't like just ditch your side when they go bad. You go, right, even though we're hitting a bad patch, one day we won't hit a bad patch. And I feel like that's the same for yourself, Sebastian, in terms of the cricket for England. Like, yes, the Ashes didn't go well, but you're still sticking by them. And then when they are shining, you'll be able to say, I was there the whole time. I think Ruby Tui's kept her toe off the ground. And I think Ruby Tui has been able to get this one down. And what's the main sport you follow? I probably follow rugby and cricket the most, followed by rugby league. And also, I mean, I watch a little bit of football/soccer when I get the chance. But yeah, I'll say rugby and cricket are my 2 main ones, which I kind of consider sevens and league both falling under the rugby side of it. All right, but yeah, I do enjoy watching those ones. Okay, no clear evidence that the player's in touch. On-field try stands, and I get to go like this. We'll start that clock, and we get to go boom, boom, pow. There we go. It's up to 10 for the Chiefs now. Also, no sun says Alex, we're there, but we have got plenty more content, not just on this channel, but also on the Kiwi Lads main channel. And Steve, I have not stopped crying since 2005, their last grand final victory. He's trucking down under. I feel like this is going to make me sound like a very much so part-time Warriors fan, but have we ever won the NRL? And if so, what year was the last year the Warriors won the NRL? I know that it hasn't been in recent history, and now that they haven't got Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, I think it's going to be interesting. I feel like he would be so annoyed if this year is the one that the Warriors do well. Now that he's left, that's a great strike of the ball right from the touchline. And that has gone over from Kelly Brazier. And because of it now, does make the score 12 points to 5 in favour of the Chiefs Manawa. But Kelly Brazier striking that one very nicely. Ruby Tui, the try scorer. So the Sevens Internationals linking up. And Sevens is coming back in the near future. I believe it's about 32 days away or somewhere along those lines. Nah, never won. As on there says Alex, and also nice says Nov Mum. See, I feel like you guys are definitely going to be my stats people for the NRL, like being able to work out exactly what has been going on. That one was dropped there. But I went backwards, they did say, and lost the grand final from memory with Stacey Jones in, 2004 as well. Jeez, it's a while, isn't it? Who knows? Maybe, I mean, anything above top 8 this year would be absolutely huge for the Warriors. I mean, we'd take top 4. Top 2 would win the thing if it's allowed. But I think there are teams that are certainly going to be pushing them this year, currently inside of the 22 for the Chiefs. Going to be rolling this ball back across. That is another knock on there from Edmonds, unfortunately. Okay, so it's Marino Tauhinu, who is the halfback for the Chiefs. That is a hard one to say, which is why I've been saying the Chiefs halfback every once in a while. But hopefully that starts rolling off the tongue. So Marino Marino Tauhinu. So hopefully by about round 3, we will start to have a few more of these names now, because the next round is actually going to be on Tuesday next week, which is a nice one, which does mean that we will be able to cover some of those games alongside Pakistan versus Australia on the main channel. And also all of the rugby, NRL, football, and everything that we got this weekend. We got a busy week. I will let you guys know what we have got at halftime that is going on, but currently they're sitting 24 minutes into this game, and it is a total of 12 points to 5. So high scoring game. I believe it's 3 or more tries than your opponent will get you the bonus point. And other than that, it is pretty much same as the men's Super Rugby. How it is, if you're within 7, you also get yourself that bonus point, considered as that losing bonus point. I realize I should have worn my Chiefs kit. That's twice in a row that I've forgotten to wear a Chiefs kit. Although the game tomorrow, it's going to be what was I going to say? Yeah, instead of that, we're actually going to be doing the Crusaders Chiefs game, and I don't know whether or not I can wear that kit for that game, seeing as I am from Canterbury. I might get taken away. And also, we've got the Hamish White Black Caps players are not playing for the country against Netherlands. Said they prefer to play IPL. Gary Steed announced why is that. It is not good for cricket as well, says Coding. I mean, I can tell you a very good reason, and that is to get paid. Like, at the end of the day, it's the Netherlands. It's not going to be a huge series for the Black Caps. Yes, they'd still like to win it, but it's all about that money for the players. Like, if you've got the chance, right, you can either play for the Black Caps in New Zealand, or you can go overseas and make $1 million for like 8 weeks. Like, I think I know what one a majority of players will pick. And yes, it is unfortunate for New Zealand cricket, but if it was someone like a South Africa that we were having a T20 series with, I think it would be that a lot more players are staying. I do see that New Zealand actually play Ireland in the future as well, which is pretty awesome. Is that beach volleyball, Sebastian? I have to zoom in on that. It is. That is a beach with an umbrella and all sorts. And then, of course, the volleyball. Maybe one day. Where does one watch beach volleyball, Sebastian? I feel like you're probably well schooled in this venture. Where does one find a beach volleyball competition? Or just volleyball in general? I don't even know if Sky really show it over here. And also we have got the goats in there from the Nona. I believe that is in there. Currently now a big push from the Chiefs, but it is going to be Matutu actually get the penalty. I believe it was for the front row going up. Now trying to spin out of the tackle. McKenzie 10 meters out here for Matutu, trying to fire straight back, using their back line. Did it go backwards? Yes, it did. So it's going back for the original penalty after a breakup mostly. Is us, Sebastian. I feel like that's a fair point where you can find it. Okay, knee to the ground was actually what the penalty was for scrum time. Matutu, they've got an easy 3 points here if they want it. But do they want it? I know that the scrum is definitely in favour of the Chiefs. They've got a lot of power there. They've called for the scrum. Okay, this could backfire. Or it could also be a very good option for them in this one. I feel like I'm very leaned back at the moment. Like this chair, I've had it for about 4 years and I've only sat on it a couple times. But I could just, like, the thing is, I normally sit on the wooden chair to keep me awake at late night live streams. This chair has the potential to put me to sleep during late night live streams. So that's something to look forward to, perhaps, in the future. But currently now, time in opposition 22. Matutu just building up a little bit more here. Only being 10 meters out from the line, and it's going to be fed in by D. Henney. Going to be a big push from the Chiefs, but they're still on the side of Matutu. Henney now going to the short side. Mackenzie, little bit of a skip. Now nicely passed on the outside. It's the try to Matutu. And it is going to be Steinmetz who does end up scoring it, I believe. Or Steinmetz, sorry. And we will go like that. And we will go like boom, boom, pow. There we go. Matutu do end up scoring themselves a try. Looks like a close one. And I'm at Jonah Lomu's high school. As on there, says the nonna there. And the chat. So, I mean, that's the thing. Wesley College as well. Are you also playing rugby? Do let me know. And if so, what position do you play? Maybe you are the next Jonah Lomu, depending on the position that you are in. Currently, it was a good run forward from McGovern there. And Ruby Tui, I think she was complaining about something, saying that they didn't force it wide enough for that one. But Grace Steinmetz was able to score it. Or Steinmetz. I say it too much like a South African name, don't I? Imagine having one of those massage chairs. You doze off on a regular basis, basic as well. And also, I'm back in Why Is It Pink? Pretty much, Sebastian suggested magenta. Suggested magenta is quite a hard thing to say. And yeah, so he decided to make it a little bit more purple. I wish I played second row as well. Says no, yeah. I mean, still just as important, though. You've got your different one that you have got. So you must be, I'd assume you'd be quite tall, maybe. I know that I could never play lock, other than the fact that I was one of the lightest kids, so they could probably get air on me when I get thrown up in the air and then just land flat on my back. But that's going to be 12 points to 10 now. Just a missed kick there for the touchline. I used to play rugby as well, says Henry Samuel. And that one, but Matutu. It looks like they've got a little bit of a crowd here at FMG Stadium, which is great to see. Ruby Tui, she went round the bootlaces. Unfortunately, though, I was already falling over the line there. For Steinmetz, or Metz, Steinmetz. That's going to be a name that I got to learn for the end of the year because she is looking like she will be a star out on the wing. Like they're saying, the Chiefs, they have had more possession, more territory, but they still got that 2 points lead. Wait, did they say 5 minutes till halftime? Is it only 35-minute halves or is it 40? Not actually sure how long it is. My final season was late last year. And as well, that's going to be going down. Hall Hepper's done very nicely to grab onto that ball. It's going to be an advantage there for the player leaving her feet. Wow, that's a big hit from Mateli, who rushed up. I was able to smack her in the ribcage. She's looking like a dangerous player. Out on our right wing now, continuing to try and drive their way forward. I believe there was Angel Mulu getting another carry now. Or in fact, it was Luca Connor. Passing it back. Looks like she's going for a bit of the 50-22. It is taken nicely, though, by Holmes on the 22. Slinging the ball back across the field, trying to find this gap. Mackenzie, she's been looking very good since coming off the bench. Finding some nice space. And my Ruby Tui just waiting for that ball close to the touchline. Taken back inside, so they are not allowed to kick this one straight into touch. Kicks it down the middle of the field, bouncing up. It's bouncing beautifully and taken nicely offload on the inside. And now if they do need her, she's on the outside. She found her. It is going to be now Kennedy Simon who scores a try. I forgot how to say things in Everlast. Established 1910 as well. Yeah, it's an old one. It's from Kmart. I love Kmart. Like anyone from New Zealand, I guess in Australia it's Target, isn't it? But pretty much like Kmart and Target. Like they're cheap stuff, but they're good stuff, you know. Everlast. Gotta love it. I think it was like $10, something like that. I did buy some fancy clothes. Well, not really fancy, just slightly more established clothes, I guess you'd say, although this one was established a long time ago. It was a good run from Kennedy down the wing, and she does end up picking up the third try of the match now for the Chiefs. So this ball just bounced so favourably for Tubic. And then it was actually Victoria Edmonds who was having a big run down the wing and then found the pass on the outside to Kennedy. Did end up going over the line and does end up scoring the try for the Chiefs Manawa. So I believe they said 35-minute halves. Maybe. But I could be wrong. It might be 40-minute halves. If it's 35 minutes, that means that this game will be finished earlier than normal. And $10 on a hoodie is actually is a very decent. Looks all right. Probably feels comfy as well. Oh, it's hit the post. Yeah, it's made a decent enough stuff. I believe it was like 10 or $15, something like that. It's got a pocket on the front. I feel like I'm just a sponsored product at this stage. Yeah, it's decent. You know, you don't even need things to be on special at Kmart to be able to buy them. Like, you get a whole heap of random stuff. I'm trying to think of what the most random thing from Kmart I've bought. Probably one of those, like, battle ropes for exercising. You know, one of those, like, long battle ropes. I've got one of those. I haven't used it. It's in the wardrobe. But it's there if I need it, if I ever felt like battling some ropes, you know. I mean, they did, I think they did mention 35-minute halves to do with player welfare as well. And there says November also, yeah, I got one Kmart special as well. It says Trucking Down Under. Yeah, Kmart's just a good store. It is in Australia as well, isn't it? Although you guys are spoiled for choice because you've also got Target, I believe. So you got a little bit of the rivalry, who can be the cheapest for their products. Down the wing once again. Nice ball on the inside for Matutu. It's gone back into the side of the Chiefs Manawa, and also I got into a rug. But I was off the bottom of it because I got tackled and all piled up on me and broke my ankle badly. So that's why I stopped playing rugby. So that's not ideal for yourself. But we set up some lights in our little lockup. I should have bought them from Kmart, but instead I bought them from, I think it was Mighty Ape. Mighty Ape is another store that I absolutely love. I think it's just New Zealand exclusive though, but pretty much like Mighty Ape is just great. I get so much stuff. I spend way too much money at Kmart. I am the same for Mighty Ape. Like Mighty Ape, they have daily deals and I just go on there every day and go, yeah, because I need, what did I buy recently? I bought a sign that said eat, sleep, game, repeat because that's important. And I've been playing since 2018 and a top try scorer for each season. And also you came out targeted slowly are being phased out. So he's Trucking Down Under. Is that from, I guess, just the franchise side of it? Or is it because they're losing too much money for pretty much giving stuff away? I told you that I played rugby quite a long time ago, like earlier last year, remember? Says Henry Samuel. I believe you were talking about the fact that you were in the back line, but then you did transition to goalie for football, didn't you? Now it is going to be a good run for MATATU in the midfield. Duplessis running away for just a little bit too high in that tackle, but currently we have got the advantage for Matutu. Continuing, that's a scary woman to have running straight here. I believe that was Kaluna Vali, who has made a big tackle. Ball on the inside, going back for the penalty. Now 15 seconds left of this first half. It's gone quite quick overall for this one. But anyone who's new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be back with plenty more content. This chair is quite creaky. I see something that I've got down there that I bought a while ago. And my dinner was Subway, and I just got milk. There you go. Okay, last play of the half. The call from the referee. The Chiefs leading 17-10 over MATATU. But if they get themselves another try here and convert, we'll be going in as a level playing field. But 22 meters out here, going to be an important throw for Ponsonby. Can she get it down the middle? That is the big question. She does. No, she doesn't. It's not straight enough, and that is going to be halftime. I thought it was straight enough. I'm going to try and reach this. It's not going to work with headphones on, though. I will be just over here. It doesn't quite work because it is green. But I don't know why. I got a beer from my mate. Or from my mate, it has a controller and it makes the beer simulator. What a reference for it. Who comes up with that stuff? Like, they're just like, right, let's make a beer do that. Right, I better stop the clock, shouldn't I? Go back, bang. And it is half time. There we go. And also, not sure, mate. I think Target can compete with Kmart in some area, or can't compete with Kmart in some areas. It's pretty much, I ended up getting a bucket hat, and I realize now it's pretty much invisible because it's kind of green. Imagine tuning into the live streams and seeing this bloke sitting in front of you. You'd have to wonder what went wrong. So I'm stating, I played number 10, and then when my ankle broke, I switched to my second favorite spot, which is football, or second favorite sport. And now I am playing as a goalkeeper in football. And can I be moderator on this channel? Says Henry Samuel. Once we do need a couple more, we will be looking at you guys who do tune in relatively often. I feel like I'm going fishing. As that looks good, mate. And then says Sebastian. I mean, I'll be honest, I thought it would look worse. It actually doesn't look 100% terrible. I was like, it just looks like I've just come back from a fishing trip, which maybe I have. Just doing a bit of fishing, a bit of water. Here we go. I was going to get the Hobart Hurricanes cap because it's over there, but it's too far away for me to reach, unfortunately. I'll wear this for halftime. See how we're going. Is that a new Kiwi Lads gaming chair? It is not. I've actually had it for about 4 or 5 years, but I never used it. It was just sitting in my room. I think it was because it wasn't the most comfiest seat, and also when George, kind of from wear and tear of George sitting on it for so long, it had a bit of a lean. Just because in my room, we had it about that far off the wall, so he'd always lean back and on the angle. And also, I would like to give one of those beers to my sister for her B-day as a house. He's struck down under. What are siblings for, eh? Perfect gift for a loved one. A masturbating beer. I realize I don't have to be as censored because we're on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel. And I feel like that one's, I guess, slightly less serious, but still not just dropping F-bombs every once in a while. Have you said to me yet, Amish? I will be honest, I completely forgot. We did get that Norm Maxwell interview up on the channel, and that was one that probably took about 10 to 15 hours to edit. There were many bars, like I think I had about 7 bars with audio overlays and everything, but it was going very slow, but now it is finished and it's up on the channel. If anyone who hasn't seen that already, me and Norm talk rugby for about 45 minutes or so, which was a lot of fun. Oh, they've got slow motion of something being harvested. George would be very excited right now if you know what I'm saying. And also, sorry, I'm new. What do you do? And there says, Nona, if we're talking YouTube-wise, I do pretty much mainly sport. Whether that's going to be football, NRL, rugby, cricket, and also the Olympics as well. We did actually cover some of it. And also, you saw that, Amish, I see my comment as well. Says Henry Samuel, not quite. I was trying to work out how to get a scoreboard up for this one, so that kind of took me quite a bit of time. But outside of YouTube, it is pretty much I just do more YouTube along those lines. I'm currently doing YouTube full-time, but on a part-time salary, if that makes sense. So pretty much I just spend 12 hours a day, if not more, here. And then from there, we just kind of keep on going. A nice season over there. And also on your Kiwi Lab vid, and he's the one, mate. That would do anything for a laugh once he found a little wanking beer online. Every fiver of his body was telling him yes. And I was looking very relaxed tonight with the hat on. Says trucking down under. I think it's the chair as well. Like never before have I been able to rotate like this because I've been on a wooden chair, but I'm very lean back. I feel like it's why I've got the hat on. I feel like I'm at that stage of because we're on the Kiwi Lads Sport. I just feel extra chilled out for some reason. I don't know what it is that's done it, but I just feel like, when you have days where you're just completely mellowed out, like no matter what. Normally, some people would say it's when you've consumed some substances, but I have not. I've just had some chips. And the bucket hat doesn't fit too badly. Do I leave it on for the second half, or do you think people will abuse me in the chat? Do let me know. Currently, Stacey Flula, I believe, she actually had a sling on after the last match, but it looks like she hasn't got the sling now, which means maybe she hasn't got as serious of an injury. And also, I better hop off. Have a good night. Keep it up, as well. Says, and then welcome in. Well, thank you very much, mate, I should say. I do appreciate you a lot. If you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We will be back with plenty more in the future. Basically, probably drinks beers with Isaac George and his dad as well, says Sam Henry. Also, maybe, mate, you better grab a Heineken as well. And there says Trucking Down Under. I mean, a Heineken plus an NRL live stream would be a weird combo because some of those names are pretty tricky. and my brain just wouldn't quite comprehend, like, even some of these names, like Arihana Marino Tauhinu. I've just been calling her the Chiefs halfback because that's a bit easier, isn't it? And I also put on the Canes cap in the second half, although it's not the Hurricanes, it's the Hobart Hurricanes cap, I should have mentioned. So it is purple from the BBL. We did get my mum the Melbourne Stars shirt, and we got size medium, and they sent over a children's 14. How do you get that wrong? So now pretty much it's going to be in this situation. I've got to send it back to Australia to the person who sent me it, who will then have to exchange it in the shop and then send it back to us from there. So it's going to be a bit of a handful, but that will be happening. It will be here in about 2 months, I would think. And also, I can stay up late on Friday night if you want to play Fortnite Battle Royale, Hamish. So Friday night, what's on Friday night that we have got? Friday night, we've got 2 games of Super Rugby, I believe. And then an early start on Saturday morning due to the Six Nations. I believe that's going to be Wales versus France at 9 a.m. And I was like, how do you get that wrong? Yeah, the questions has to be asked. Like, it just, just weird, really. It's not too difficult, I wouldn't have thought. Are you supposed to have a bucket hat up? Like, no, you're not. Never mind. I'll just put that back down. I haven't worn a bucket hat since I was like 7 at school for like protecting myself from the sun. So this doesn't make sense having it on inside. But then, I mean, maybe it's an idea for our first merchandise. Maybe we get a Kiwi Lads bucket hat. Stick a Kiwi Lad right up there. I was here, you need to ask for adult medium, mate, in there. Although it had 14 written on the back. So like it had 14 on the tag and also on the back of the shirt. I swear I actually looked at the tag, or not the tag, sorry, the receipt, and it did say medium adult. And they just didn't want to do it. They were like, no, we have an extra 14 and you can have it. And that's basically asking if you can get a new Xbox game from EB Games and you get a Nintendo Switch game. I guess a little bit. But yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to exchange. Hopefully it is just a process of sending it over. As long as it's a non-worn, tagged condition, you can get it exchanged within a year, I think it is. But yeah, it certainly wouldn't fit me or Min Mums there. But the hat does, although we didn't realize at the time of ordering it, we were like, right, we'll get her the Melbourne Stars kit and cap. I decided I'd buy her those. And then I remembered I have a green screen. Those are green. So, yeah, she's probably going to look like she's invisible with just a head and a star on the top of her head when we do a BBL live stream, but that will be quite fun. I think at a Kiwi Lad fan channel, and there says Sam Henry, maybe one day we could go down that route. I know that I want to get the Kiwi Lads Reacts back up and running, and also the Kiwi Lads Gaming. I feel like that needs to come back soon. Currently, they are just showing a shot put thingamabob. Oh, it's Valerie Adams. I see. In New Zealand ad. Right, I see. I can't really lean back with the bucket hat, though, because or else it goes weird. And Kiwi Lads Vlogs channel, believe it or not, we've filmed some stuff this week. I haven't been that great at vlogging overall, just because I'm not used to, it's weird. I'm not used to talking to myself when I don't talk to you guys, if that makes sense. So then doing a vlog with a camera, I mean, I've got the camera there, me vlogging one, all good to go for some filming, but it's just doing a vlog. That's a hard bit. And also, she retired from shop, but as well says in New Zealand, she did indeed. And also, we have got Yo from Battywagon. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Do let me know who you think is going to be winning this game. We have got 35 minutes for the second half. And then after that, we are going to have, it will be the NRL starting at 10:05 p.m. Well, that, eh? Fancy stuff. Right there, we'll put that back before I break it. This is a squeaky chair. But currently, do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, will the Chiefs win this game or will it be MATATU, sorry. I've realized, I've spelt it wrong. One moment. Did I spell it wrong in the title as well? I might have. That's not good. Did I actually spell it wrong in the title, or did I get it right for the title? And also, nice hat you got, mate. You, mate. Okay, I've got the bucket hat. And also, can we play hide and seek with your friends and family? And then maybe says Henry Samuel. We actually did do a hide and seek a while ago at the park, which seemed like a good idea at the time until some lady was walking her dog and her dog ran up to me and I was hiding in a tree. Yeah, long story. We got it on video though. So maybe, I mean, for the 10K special on the main channel, we want to do something along the lines of a Kiwi lads react to old footage. Oh, I spelled it wrong in the thingy. One moment. We're going to have to change this. That's not really good enough, is it? It's MATATU. There we go. Wait, what? No, I don't want to. Wait. The schedule must be within 1 year. No, I don't want to. Okay. I'm going to have to quickly change it on YouTube. And yes, please. As I says, Betty Wagon there. Right. How does one change things? One moment. We all go like that. We're still at halftime. It's actually a relatively long halftime break. I do see, but we'll go like this. Go like that. And we'll go like that. I can't believe I spelled it wrong. I feel like I was working on it so often. But MATATU. And I spelled it wrong in the thumbnail. It just gets a bit worse. I can't change the thumbnail now, though. But I probably will afterwards just to save a little bit of my embarrassment. Because that is not ideal. We'll go like that. There we go. We have got it back up and make a vlog of going to an All Blacks game with Isaac and George, maybe. I mean, there is one that's happening in Christchurch up against Argentina, so perhaps that could be an option in the near future. Oh, I spelled it wrong in the poll as well. I've had a shocker. I think I spelled it wrong pretty much in every position that I could have spelled it wrong. But I will never spell it wrong again. Now that I think about it, did I have it in my... Okay, no, I spelled it wrong in my initial scoreboard that I did have up as well. Currently now just waiting for the second half to get underway. 35 minutes of action between these two sides. And then later on tonight, we are going to do the Penrith Panthers game when they are taking on... Who are they taking on? They are playing the Manly Sea Eagles. I'm excited for that game. Should be a good one. We get to sit back, relax with our bucket hat. Do I take the bucket hat off or do I just leave it on for the second half? I don't mind it. I just feel like I should be at the lakes or at a river fishing, you know? Maybe a bucket hat can be a thing for the future because I might make a vlog with my GoPro. I'm going to the Wellington Phoenix in the future, so it could be a good option for yourself as well. I know that people enjoy match day vlogs. Currently, McGovern unfortunately missing both kicks for Matatu, I should say, when the Canes come back to Wellington. And I was have a good night, 14 hours from home. Can't wait to get there. As I was tracking down under, geez, 14 hours is a long time indeed. So hopefully you do have your safe travels, mate. And we will get to see you in the future, whether it is Super Rugby, whether it is NRL, or maybe some cricket. Yeah, hopefully you do drive safe and we do get to see you very soon when the Phoenix get back into the Wellington. Is on there. I'm so dumb. And it says Henry for that one. It's all good. We knew what you meant for the Wellington Phoenix, of course. But currently the Chiefs, they are winning this game by 7 points now. The Chiefs Manawa assistant coach. I don't think I could wear this on an NRL live stream without getting absolutely destroyed. As a little bit of a, I guess, a little bit of a guess. Although saying that, showing my hair isn't much better, unfortunately, I would think. Kind of cool how, can you see my, oh no, you wouldn't be able to see my head. You'll be able to see the stadium, but it's slightly see-through. That one, and there maybe as well says Henry Samuel, it could be in and down that way. Hopefully not, but you never know. Where can I put this? There we go. Okay, I think they're just confirming with Sky and don't have it. And the NRL game, nah, I think they would definitely destroy me and rip me a new one for that one as well. We'll put it back over there for now. That almost went in the bin. That would have been unfortunate. But now, second half, we are ready to go. Oh, I better start the clock. Why are we back at 8 minutes? 1 moment. I'm just going to quickly go back up to the right time. So we need to go to 35. Okay, we're about there. There we go. Go back to what we need to be on. It's a good run. 4 for MATATU. Once again, driving their way forward. towards halfway line, a little knock on, though. I think it might be the only one typing. As I says to Sam, it might be. That's all right. I feel like this one for the Kiwi Lad Sport, it was never going to be a massive live stream overall, but I am glad that we have still done it just to test out a few things for it and kind of get everything sorted for, I guess, the next one and also for future games for MATATU and also Chiefs Manawa on this one. Currently, they've got some very good players. Oh. Okay, Fitzgerald and Baylor also both out on the field. They have just mentioned Antalmata there at number 18. So quite a few changes being made for these two sides going to the short side here. And it looks like will be a nice little grubber in behind. Ruby Tui Knights, Portia Woodman trying to chase after that one. Another good attacking ball. And yeah, true, when will a football stream be coming up? I was going to do Man United versus Man City, but my voice was pretty much gone. It's actually only just recovered from last weekend. And it's even now still a little bit 50-50, but I would love to be able to do either Premier League or A-League this week or next week. And it will be on this channel as well that we will be covering it. It's going to be going down once again, driving her way forward was the number 7 there. The skipper, Les Elder. Fitzgerald off the field like they are showing. So it's Baylor now who is the replacement for MATATU as the half time. So does it say, how many does it say in the live chat as well? Says Sam, how many in the live chat? We have got 7, which is actually, I'll be honest, it's more than I expected for this one. But like I always say, whether it's 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, no matter what, we are still going to be live for our live streams and having a good time while doing them. I think that's almost going to be turned over here for the Chiefs. They're now trying to fight it back, and I think they have just turned it back for MATATU. That one was a little bit of a back and forth one. I believe it was Mataeli was able to help his side, or her side, sorry. Well, it's getting out. I feel like that's going to happen a few times throughout this one as well. Now fire back. McKenzie puts the kick in behind, looking for the 50-22. It's a favourable bounce. Now Chupik just inside of her 22, kicks it back downfield into the halfway area. That actually hit the man who was holding the sky camera by the looks of it down by the touchline. And that is going to be the line out from about 44 metres out. That's a brilliant kick. And do Phoenix game because the Premier League starts at like 4 a.m. in New Zealand times, unlike the A-League as well. Says Sam, yeah, I think we will do a mixture of both. Overall, we'll probably have a little bit of Premier League. Champions Cup, I know, was taking place this morning. And then leading into the FIFA World Cup alongside also the rest of the A-League. Hopefully we can do a few of those games as long as they don't overlap too much with the Super Rugby games, because that is kind of our priority competition, I guess you could say. But I do enjoy watching the A-League. I do get the chance. It's going to go forward. And Portia Woodman not too happy with that one. Oh. Okay. That was extra numbers in the line-out, I believe, was what the penalty was for there. They just didn't quite add up the numbers. And also, you mean the Champions League? What did I say? Champions Cup, probably, didn't I? But yeah, Champions League, Champions Cup just around the corner as well. A scrum is called there by MATATU. They need to make sure that they hold steady in this front row. Love, Ponsonby, and also it is Amy Rule. If they can all stop the Chiefs from being able to turn over this ball. But yeah, Portia Woodman, she was going to be gone. Yeah, she slammed that ball on the ground. Not too happy with that one. Currently now, I mean, short side looks good here. It's just Portia Woodman. If you go off the back with your number 9, maybe you link up in an old FIFA games, they call it the Champions Cup. As on there says Sam Henry, although that was if they had turned that ball over the Chiefs, I should mention MATATU now. Going backline movement a little bit loose. Taken nicely though. And Steinmetz been able to get it now 40 metres out from the line. Continuing to get the draw and pass going as Chelsea Bremner. Let's carry forward, little flick on the inside to Mataeli. And also when is your next FIFA game in the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. So hopefully relatively soon. We have had a couple opportunities to film as of late. So hopefully we do get a few more in the future. Now linking up nicely. Drag down Portia Woodman straight in the breakdown. I believe that's going to be the penalty, and it sure is. She has been able to get it. No clear release from MATATU. And like they're saying, 7s is a great way of getting turnovers in the breakdown, and she has been able to do just that. Portia Woodman, her and Ruby Tui both out on the wings for this game. Ruby Tui scoring a little bit earlier on in the matchup as well. Kicked it for Dutch. And I should mention, they'd actually have Stacey Flula as well when she is back from her injury. I believe it was something to do with either collarbone or elbow or something along those lines, because she did have a sling on after the warm-up game last week. Now, I'm going to be throwing in this as just become me and you talking to each other as well, says Henry Samuel. Oh, that's all right, though. We are learning all the players. It's probably a good thing, because now it does just give me that little bit of extra practice of saying certain names, such as Amy Duplessis. She is actually not the one who had it. It was actually Georgia Dells. Did have that one, but currently now 40 meters out. That's a penalty back to Matatu. Now they have been able to get their one straight back. It's quite satisfying. My scoreboard is completely in sync with their scoreboard. Like literally every second that ticks over is perfectly synced up. Liking it. Not releasing ball though. So because of it now, it does mean that we are going to have possibly another line out here for Matatu. They know that they need some form of points. I think they're taking on the 3 here. And 2 or true. Okay, they're taking on the shot from 40 meters out here for the kick on the angle for Matatu. This is a long kick. It was that rush defense, and kind of wish I could play you on Xbox as well, says Sam Henry. And then maybe one day we can try and organize something. My Xbox is still, I mean, it's pretty much just gathering dust at the moment. I haven't been able to play it in the last 4 or 5 weeks or so. I don't think it is. But once the studio is set up, I think me and George are going to be filming a lot more gaming videos, which does mean that we will get a little bit more time for Xbox and whatnot as well. Okay. Who is this? It is McGovern, who is going to be kicking this one from very far out currently. Trying to line up this kick. It's not going to be an easy one. It's not going to be even a medium difficulty one. This one's going to have to be struck absolutely beautiful. I need to download Rugby Challenge 3, says Sam Henry there. 40 meters out on the angle. Can she get it? She struck it. All right, it's just going to be short. It was on it. It was on the money, though, in terms of the accuracy, straight between the posts, but just pulling up a little bit short where she would have liked it to go now on the halfway line, though. Matatu with a kick of mine, looking for the 50-22. It's out on the full. And they are going to have to go right back to where she kicked it from on my Xbox One X. As I'll see Sam Henry there. Okay, time is off and the sub is going to be made here once again. So like I mentioned, 25 players for these two sides. So it is now going to be Whitcliffe, and also it will be Baylor's already out there. So I believe it is Whitcliffe. It's come off there, and that is going to be Hoyepa, who is coming off the field. I had online school today and tomorrow because my school was shut down. As I see Henry Samuel. So yeah, currently with the case numbers, I assume that is probably the safer option for you in New Zealand. Hopefully you are still able to complete plenty from home throughout your season, or not throughout your season, sorry, throughout your schooling. That's going to be Ford from Brazier. So because of it, just also mean, it is also going to mean that it is going to be the scrum now for Matatu. It's been quite an even second half so far throughout this one, and also 5 people are watching now, and I am. As I see Sam Henry there, currently passing it out the back. Brazier just a bit too forward out of the hands to Georgia Dulles. And it does mean that it is going to be the line out. No, it's not. It's going to be a scrum. Or that one. One moment. We will go like that. And we will go like that. There we go. We have fixed it. 44 minutes in. So pretty much anyone who doesn't know, 26 minutes left of this match. They are going to be playing to 70 minutes for this one. And I'm back, says Brandon. Welcome back, mate. You are doing well. Currently going to the far side of the field now. Backline movement looking very good. It is his try scorer now down the wing. Steinmetz, who has dropped the ball. So because of that, now it's going to be the turnover. And Schubert kicks it down the middle of the field. Gets some good distance on it as well. It's almost going into touch. No, just stopped there by Duplessis. 40 meters out from her own line. Now it's a counter attack from Holmes. Passes it wide. Looks for the offload. Had to make sure that it did go backwards. Nicely done. It's a little chip and chase. And it's back on the side of the Chiefs. Now charging her way forward here. They've got some big forwards, but that was Simon. Was making her way forward. Kennedy Simon. And also I'm back up and go as well. Says Brandon. So welcome back, mate. Backline movement once again. Portia Woodman waiting to get involved. Doesn't quite get it. It's backwards. And the one that was dropped currently on the halfway line here for MATATU. Juggle there from, unfortunately, Chubik. She looked up and it has gone down. And because of that, it does mean that it is going to be the scrum feed for MATATU. She can't quite believe it there, Chubik. The fact that she did end up putting it down. But currently, the second half has been extremely even between the two sides. We haven't seen any points scored as of yet. And also, I am live to 7 hours yesterday. I can't get off Plants vs. Zombies. It's so good as well. And there says Brandon. Yeah, it is good to hear that the update has come out and is all running smoothly, I would assume. Okay, you're here. This chair is too comfy for live streams. I feel like I'm going to have to sit on the wooden one for the next live stream if I want a chance of like not completely getting too comfy. And also, the link didn't work. As this is Henry Samuel. Which link are you talking, Henry? That one's gone down on the front row. And it is now going to be the scrum reset once again here. Currently, anyone who does want to know what we have got coming up over the weekend on the Kiwi Lads and also the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, we have got a lot. These are the following that we will be doing. So it is going to be Super Rugby tomorrow, 2 live streams in a row. Then after that, we have got Wales versus France at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, followed by no Hurricanes versus Moana Pacifica. That game has been cancelled or postponed. And also, Brandon, the link doesn't work. No, change a few things. And there as well, says Brandon. And then Crusaders versus Chiefs, Reds versus Fiji. We're going to be hopefully covering either Italy, Scotland, or Munster and the Bulls. England versus Ireland, Ulster versus Leicester. And then we've also got a few other matches that are taking place for the Waratahs versus Western Force. So still plenty coming up for the weekend, and then a couple games of the NRL perhaps on the Sunday as well, alongside Pakistan versus Australia. And also, do you see my comments on your video, says Brandon to Sam. And that one, we're currently now 47 minutes in. We've had about the last 5 or so minutes, all based off, I guess, just the scrum and everything along those lines. But Hurricanes Power will be taking on Chiefs Manawa. That will be on Tuesday. And then Blues versus MATATU. That will be taking place at Thursday nights. Yeah, Thursday night at 6:30, I believe it is going to be. And now running out the back line, Holmes, a little bit loose. Did it hit a hand? Perhaps there. And also, yes, Sam Henry. I tried to add my channel with the link in the chat. I was like, I could get more views as well, says Sam Henry. Into that one. But yeah, I think it is set that it can't, or I think YouTube have a thing how you can't post links in the chat depending on what they are. I assume. Did you see my video? Kiwi Lads, go and watch it. As I says Brandon there, is that the one on Brandon or the one on more Brandon? Let me know that one's got in. And the Chiefs have been able to get that one. Still going to be just available for MATATU here. 45 meters out, continuing to drive their way forward. That was big contact on Steinmetz. I believe it was actually Brenner. No, it wasn't. It was actually Tapsel. Did fly her way forward, kicking it in behind now, looking for a bit of territory. There is someone back there, though. Been able to cut it off nicely. It was Chupik. That's gone forward. They ran into the referee. That is now going to be MATATU. Will have themselves the scrum feed. This game's very close, but MATATU getting closer and closer to that try line. Can they do it? That's a big question. Currently, we haven't had too many stoppages in the game in this half, but I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like this as well, and then hopefully that will sync up the score just a little bit more. There we go. We are back to about where we need to be with the scoreboard, and we have got there. What year was it as well? Says Henry Samuel. That's quite an interesting question, isn't it? I mean, I could say it, but then I feel like that would be, it would give away, because we're from a small town, it would give away who it was. And I don't know whether or not they would want it on the live stream. So I'm going to say no comment for that. And I was just have to get more views, make sure to a little bit. And live stream do work as well, says Brandon there. But now ball on the inside, taken nicely by Matali, driving her way forward, I believe. Is there an injury? No, she is okay. She's getting back up. And that's Matali. He is playing for the Western Force on Friday night, which is on Sunday afternoon. Loose ball going back now. Believe they're going to be another knock-on advantage for them. So now the Chiefs, they will have themselves another scrum feed. Only 20 minutes left because I never had first kiss yet. As I said, Sammy, there's still plenty of time though. Like life is 100 years theoretically at worst. I've still got plenty more time, mate. Don't worry about it too much. Turnovers conceded 12 at this point in time. 12 to the 9 as well. So there's actually been quite a bit of back and forth throughout this one. But Edmonds now coming off the field, and that is going to be for... Oh, okay, that's actually going to be the lock coming back out there for the Chiefs. So they're actually swapping a starting lock for another lock. And also, the moment it looks like Love going off the field, that will be for Anderson. And a lot of other subs being made currently. And she did actually stay down for a little bit of time there for Kennedy Simon. It looked like an awkward way of falling, which is why I assumed that she would have had some sort of injury lurking there for her. But currently, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be back with the NRL a little bit later on tonight. Also, for anyone wondering about the game between New Zealand and India for the T20, or sorry, the ODI World Cup, I should say. Currently, India is sitting 6 down. And also India 127 for 6. That was very weird timing, Shane. But I guess you took the words right out of my mouth. And they still need themselves another 134 of 80 balls. And make sure of your journey of your life. And tip and make sure you know what people love about shorts. As us says Brandon, but now driving their way forward nicely. It was actually, I believe that was Wycliffe driving forward nicely. Brazier kicks that one up. And it will be going into touch. It's a good kick downfield, though, and it is going to be about 35, no, in fact, about 40 meters out here. A very impressive kick from Kelly Brazier. Right. Is there going to be a try in the second half? That's a big question at the moment. For myself and Amelia Kerr is in awesome form. She is indeed. She got herself the 50, and I assume she's going all right with the ball in hand as well, isn't she? I think she was actually... How many wickets has she taken so far in this competition? It's got to almost be double figures, I would think. And now passing it out the back line. Now once again, a little chip in behind from Steinmetz. Waits for it to bounce. It doesn't quite work out for her. But a lot of pressure, and it's going back for the original knock on. And now Matatu will have themselves another scrum feed and 2. And there's Shane. She only got 2. Oh, I assume that's in this game, 2 today. I'm looking at your YouTube channel. And I think it says Brandon, but it was a good chip in behind. She's looking like a dangerous winger here for Steinmetz. And then just a little knock on. Oh, in fact, no, the foot was in touch. Yeah, but I might die on 52 because of heart attack as well, says Sam Henry. But even so, you've still got plenty of time to meet people and all sorts. So I wouldn't stress over it too much. Nice move there from Matatu. Or once again, getting a little bit closer. But yeah, I'm wondering what happened to Sarah Coxedge, because she was going to be starting at 9 for Matatu for this match, but she is not anymore, or at least I thought she was starting at 9. My first initial reaction, are you going to watch the video? I'm Brandon Kiwi Lads, please. I will try my best. There's going to be the penalty to Matatu. Now, 21. Okay, so it was actually Angel Mulu who got penalised there as she went for the ball before, or the other player, sorry, had gone for the ball there in Fitzgerald, but she hadn't rolled away. So that is why it was. But the penalties conceded, we've had quite a few since halftime. Currently, we've had around the 3 mark, 53 minutes into this game now. Ruby Tui, she's got a bit of a cut above the left-hand eyebrow. Going to the back, taken nicely. This is going to be a rolling maul now for Matatu. It's looking very well set for them. And they continue to drive their way forward, inches by inches. Going forward, it's going to be down. Oh, it's a knock-on. She's lost it over the line there for Ponsonby. Okay, time's off. I think they're going to be going upstairs to check this one. Okay, knock on pink scrum is the call there. We're just going to go back. Okay, and also is your pick for the NRL tonight. I've heard a lot of people saying that it is going to be the Sea Eagles to win that game. I think I went Sea Eagles by 6, but the Panthers could easily win this match if they do get it right. So it's going to be an exciting one. I'm going to enjoy the learning process of learning all these guys in the NRL that I've either not watched for a little while or also seen for the first time a few of those players. Like for this game, I think I've only seen the Sevens representatives out of all these ladies playing on a consistent basis for like channel commentary and everything along those lines. So it's been a good challenge, but I have enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to another challenge later on tonight with the NRL when we do end up covering the Penrith Panthers taking on the Manly Seagulls. That will be starting at 10 p.m. New Zealand time. We just decided to go with, I can't believe I might get 1.2K over that sub goal because of my vlogs and football challenges. As on there says Henry Samuel. So be sure to just keep on going and going. No Cleary for Penrith. And that is the big game changer, I think. Because if he was there, I'd say this game possibly goes in Penrith's favour. Although saying that, Sea Eagles, they've got Turbo Tommy Travojevic and then also Daly Cherry Evans in that lineup. But then those young guys, such as for the Panthers, Targo, also, I'm going to mess up some of the names, Luai as well, is there for them. And also we've got there, well, I hope so as well, says Henry Samuel. That one's gone into touch now, 54 minutes into this game. It's been a right stalemate for the second half so far. Neither side willing to take that backward step, and also quite a few handling errors we have seen in the last little while. It feels weird having my hands up here just because I don't normally have arm rests. How much money do you get when you are over 1K subs, says Henry Samuel? I can probably tell you it's not as much as you think. Overall, like for us, any money we make from the channel goes straight back into the channel to try and I guess just pay for live streaming software and whatnot. And there have been times, even when we've been monetized, that I've had to pay for the live streaming software from not being able to just use the YouTube revenue. But like, I don't think I'd change a thing about it as well. And it is what it is. You know, if you got to buy it, you got to buy it. If you're committed to it and you want to be able to do it, it's kind of the price that you pay. And also see Bangladesh aren't happy as well. Says Shane Hayes, why aren't Bangladesh happy? Is it something that we've done or something else that's happened? Do let me know, Shane. And also, okay. And there it says Sam Henry, but that one's going to be going in to the front. But I think every YouTuber that you talk to who like kind of gets asked that question will say, like, don't worry about, like, if you're doing it for the money side of it, you'll give up pretty quickly because, like, there just isn't as much money as people think unless you're way bigger. As I won't live stream until I'm like 20 as well. See Henry Samuel there, but currently Matatu will be rolling it in a good counter right from the Chiefs, and they have been able to steal it back. I believe that would have been Bremner to get in on that one. It's a penalty to Matatu. And now, once again, it's going to be another penalty. There's been plenty of them throughout the second half playing conditions in Dunedin on Monday. As I said, Shane. So I assume that was the one that we had, the T20, wasn't it? Oh, sorry, not quite the T20. It was the 27 over contest. And I say win as well. Oh, 19 and left my family house as well. And there's Henry Samuel, but currently 25 meters out. So they were annoyed that they had to play in the rainy conditions, or what was it? Shane, do let me know. Going to the back here, 55 minutes into this game, and currently still yet to have any points in this second half. Being scored by either side. It's another nice rolling maul for Matatu. They continue to drive their way forward. That one's been taken down and straight on the ball there almost for the Chiefs. And yes, and there's Shane Wall rush defense and didn't quite work out. And going straight round here with Steinmetz. Another advantage now for Matatu. Ponsonby continues to drive her way forward. She's been impressive throughout this game so far. Now it's the short ball off to Anderson. Closer and closer. They're going back for the initial penalty now. Okay, the ruck was formed. It's the call. This is going to be a close finish. I feel like Matatu are only a little bit away from getting themselves to the try line. And I think they want to take on the 3 here. Also, will you be a subscriber until I stop making videos? Same as well, says Henry Samuel. I will try my best, although I will mention I probably won't be as active of a subscriber as you would like, just because I don't actually get to watch much YouTube at all. Like, just with the schedule that I have got. I don't think I've sat down and watched YouTube for probably the last 6 months or something like that. Like, occasionally I might have time to watch like a 10-minute video every once in a while. I talk with Jordan Barrett. And there says, Brandon, is he the one that you said about on your channel? Wasn't there meant to be 2 women's games today? Says Shane, I think there wasn't there? Or normally most days we got 2. I'll just have a look and see who else was supposed to be playing. And I was like, okay, says Sam Henry, currently only 10 meters out here for Matatu. Looking to the short side is going to be Kelly. Firing it back across to Brenner, the captain. Running hard at the line. It's still going to be on the side there for them. Okay, the Cricket World Cup. So this was the day-nighter. And I'll take, yeah, as well in there. So the day-nighter, Okay, no, it's just that one game. So now from here on, it looks like up until Monday, we've only got one game per day. So I think I'm friends with Savia Brothers and the Canes as well. And then says Sam Henry and also Blues were meant to play. Says Shane. So yeah, the Blues versus Hurricanes game, that was supposed to be taking place for the... Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking the Cricket World Cup. My bad there. So yeah, they were actually supposed to be playing, but I believe the Hurricanes camp had too many cases, so they weren't able to play. Same with the Hurricanes men's camp. They actually aren't going to be able to play up against Moana Pacifica due to their positive cases. But currently now, last 5 minutes of possession, MATATU has had 81% of the ball here. Feeding that one out. It's gone down on the front row, and we will have another scrum reset. But currently 58 minutes in, like I mentioned. And I feel like there is the case of literally one little moment here could be the difference between a win and a loss for both of these sides. Okay, the referee just warning the players a little bit about going into the wrong channel for the scrum, but currently 8:30 p.m. here in New Zealand, so it does mean we've got another hour and a half to the NRL is going to be taking place. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated. You guys will be in here for this live stream, and we have got our next one also on the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. Will be coming up in the near future. One moment. It's going to be going back once again now. Kelly passes it off. Quick hands. Doesn't quite work out. Gapper almost able to jump on that one. Still just on the side of MATATU. It looks like it's great work in the breakdown from the Chiefs. The turnover's coming in. It's the penalty there as well. Just a little bit offside. There we go. Anyone who is new, like I mentioned, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm friends with the Savia Brothers and the Canes. And there's Sam Henry. So they'll be very keen to see you in action, or see you at the game, I guess I should say, for Sky Stadium when they do have another game in the future. They won just fine touch. It's a good kick downfield from the Chiefs, I believe. They are 2 tries away from getting themselves a bonus point here. To end up just a huge amount of pressure in the breakdown from the Chiefs forwards, which did allow them to bulldoze their way over the top. Time is up. I went to the Hurricanes training group for a day, as well, says Henry Samuel. Okay, Les Elder going to be coming off the field, and that will be the replacement of Anderson. We'll be making our way out there in Blues to beat the Highlanders tomorrow night. There's a good chance. That will be that you're going to watch with Geordie Barrett. I'm looking for you. I see your comments. So have you done that interview, and is it up on your channel already, or is it coming out in the future? And they are playing the Chiefs on the 19th of March, says Sam Henry for that one. Now throwing the ball in, nicely taken by the Chiefs. Up the back line, Brazier. Now on the outside to Dales, and kick downfield from Tubic, who does end up going down. I think she got a little bit of a late shove on her, taken nicely. And now trying to drive their way up. MATATU, 40 metres out from the line. I believe that could have almost been another penalty. Portia Woodman was the one who was trying to get straight over the ball. It wasn't quite able to there. And also it's out on my YouTube channel, so we'll have to give it a look. That's also we are playing the Chiefs on the 19th of March, says Henry Samuel. Now going out to the left-hand side. Flat ball, beautifully done. And continuing to drive their way forward, I believe. It would have been Anderson once again. MATATU continuing this good phase play now on the outside. Holmes gets dragged down. Tubic able to make the tackle though. Continuing to drive forward. Kelly gives it off now to Muir. And it seems like this defense of the Chiefs is just not going anywhere at this point in time. Gapper offloads the ball backwards. Anderson now once again stepping, finds the offload. And now McKenzie on the wraparound. Can they get over the line here for MATATU? And if they do, can they convert is probably the bigger question that will be asked. Everyone's going down on the breakdown. I would have thought that would be almost an advantage to the Chiefs, but the ball was still available. Ball on the inside now. Sign Metz. She has been dragged down. They just don't seem to be able to break through, although now they've got numbers on the outside. Duplessis tries to go herself. Not able to turn it over. That ball's gone down, and I believe it's going to be a knock-on against MATATU. Or, sorry, actually against the Chiefs. Switched to MATATU, though. Now scrum. Jeez, they just weren't going anywhere at that stage. The Chiefs' defense, that is, they just continued to fight and fight and fight. And, I mean, it's going to be that fighting spirit that could help them win this game. But currently 62 minutes and only 80 minutes left. And can I be one of your, be in your channel names, please? As I says, Henry Samuel, can you be in your channel? As in like the Kiwi lads Henry? Or like the Kiwi lads, like as in something like that Henry, I assume? Or is like Crusaders vs Chiefs, be a good game as well. Jordan playing, he is indeed. He's going to be there at fullback for that game. They've also got Several Reese in the back line, David Arveli, Richie Moonga. They've got a lot of great players. Do you listen to Queen? It is in my Spotify playlist somewhere along the lines. I'm looking for the Kiwi lads as well. See, it's a Brandon, but there is going to be, once again, a little bit of instability at the scrum. Shoelace being tied by, I believe that will be Baylor, I believe. And number 22, it's a little bit confusing because normally you would associate number 21 with your halfback replacement. But in this game, because there are 25 players in the squad, second half position, though, 75% for Matatu, being very impressive. Okay, we're too close. It's what the referee has said, so we are just going to be waiting a little bit longer. The worst thing is, time is still ticking down at this point in time. It's been a lot of scrum resets. Probably, one thing I will say is we've probably spent about, probably spent about 15 to 20 minutes in scrum resets throughout this game. And in your Kiwi Lad channel, you put your other Kiwi Lad channel, and so could I be as a future channel, so I could get subscribers, please, says Sam Henry. I don't think it quite works like that, unfortunately. Like, yes, 7 there might help you a little bit, but then the thing is, you want to get subscribers who are actually going to watch your videos, because if they're just a number on the list, it does mean that it can actually impact your channel negatively rather than positively type thing, because you've got a whole heap of people who are subscribed but don't watch the videos, so YouTube won't recommend you to pretty much anyone. They want to show season 2 in the 5th of April. So it says Brown, great defense there. New Zealand will go to 3rd if we win tonight, or if they win tonight. So hopefully they do get the job done and they do move up into those semi-final fixture type things. But now it is going to be going up with the box kick. It's a nice one from Baylor. And she doesn't find touch. So now Matatu once again with another attacking move. Wide cut out pass from McKenzie. Waits for it to sit up. It's actually going to be Dominic DeToy. Or in fact, no, sorry, that is the Australian Sevens International. Just because I made a channel as well. And it says Henry Samuel almost on the outside. Continuing to drive forward. This is going to be a close finish. 65 minutes in, 5 minutes left in this game. And that is one change from the men's Super Rugby and the women's. That's going to be the penalty. A new channel. It's challenging to get subscribers. It sure is. I know that it's the first 100 they say is the hardest. Then after that, it's 100 to 1,000. And then after that, it is kind of like, as long as you're consistent, you can get the smooth sailing going. As we play Australia next. And that's on Sunday, isn't it? Hopefully we will be able to do some sort of commentary for that one, perhaps, depending on what else overlaps with that one. But that one has gone into touch now. And at the clock has been going relatively slow in the second half. I think that is because we haven't seen any points scored as of yet, though. But it was brilliantly done by Luca Connor. Pretty much got dropped on her head in the breakdown, but was able to get the turnover that she required. And now throwing this one in, it will actually be Luca Connor. So not only did she get herself that turnover and also that game start, as well, says Shane, I think it's a 10 a.m. game, isn't it? Or is it a 2 p.m.? I'll just have another look and see what I can find out. It starts 11 a.m. So yeah, it will be a good one to watch. Brazier now getting forced backwards by Matatu, who haven't really let the Chiefs get out of their own half. For this whole half of rugby, we've been going for about 30 minutes, and I don't believe we've seen the Chiefs in Matatu's half other than maybe like twice throughout this one. Now firing it back, Brazier, flat ball, forward pass, and also my old one, I have more than 20 subscribers, and that was my old YouTube account or school account, but my teacher changed my password, so I have to make a new channel. Says Sam Henry there. So are you going to re-upload the ones that were on that channel onto your new channel, Henry, or are you going to be starting from scratch? Let me know. But that one is going to be now only 3.5 minutes left here, and the scrum feed once again for MATATU. They'll feel hard done by if they don't get themselves some sort of try soon here. And working hard for so long, I am back. As I says, Ali, welcome back. And also, I have got a 2 episode on show. Episode 9 is a bit of gun in it. As I see, Brandon currently now 30 meters out from the line. We will go like this just quickly. We'll go back a little bit on the clock. There we go. So we are back linked up with what they are sitting at. But like they're saying, 35-minute half, the Chiefs win themselves a penalty hours with England versus West Indies. Test going. Says Shane, I know that England, I think they were bowled out for about 320, somewhere around that mark. I'll just make sure I get the exact number. But it was a couple good partnerships starting to open up for the West Indies. That one. Currently, the Chiefs forwards, we mentioned earlier on that they seem to be the stronger out of the two in terms of that 4-pack. And they are doing very nicely for themselves. Right, international cricket, where are we? Okay, England were bowled out for 311, and West Indies currently are sitting on 202 for 4, so going pretty well for themselves there. And the recent wickets, I'm going to need a few more of them. I'm thinking I'm going to be starting from scratch because I want this channel to be about football as well. Says Sam Henry there. Currently now, it is going to be another replacement being made. That is going to be Via making her way out onto the field. It's going to be for McGovern, who has had a very good game. That's nicely taken by the Chiefs. Once again, now trying to make sure that there are no more forward pass. Brazier taken by her opposite number, and that was Gapper. Well, I thought went off the field earlier on, so maybe it wasn't her. That was a big hit on, I believe it was their number 12 now, once again driving forward here. And MATATU, they've got to try and get this one back, because if it is the last minute try from the Chiefs, that would hurt them big time, because that would mean they don't even get themselves the bonus point. That looks like an ankle injury for Baylor. And like they're saying, she might have either rolled or broken that ankle. Hopefully it's just rolled. That's going to be the penalty to MATATU. No, she's turned it over instead. Okay, they have been told to let the ball out. Currently on the halfway line, going straight through the middle is Portia Woodman. Doesn't able to get herself the turnover. Waikato pass now. And Holmes out on the wing, and Brandon is growing fast because of the shorts as well, says Brandon there. Continuing to drive their way forward, but it does not look too good for the ankle of Baylor. So really the Chiefs are playing with only 14 players at the moment. Flat ball is getting a little bit too close to the girl on the ground. Okay, so because they did decide to go to the side, that they did have the player down. Oh. Okay, rolling the ankle there. That looked painful for Baylor, and she will be down for a little bit of time, which does mean that the clock will be off here for a little bit of time. I just got to try and sync up my clock with their clock as well. We'll go like that, and we'll go like that. Right. That is where we are sitting at the moment for it. And should I make a channel trailer for my football channel? You could do. And also, we've got that Harry and Luck Extra as well. It says, morning, welcome into the live stream, mate. I hope you're doing well. Currently, this game only actually 1 minute away from finishing, but we have got the NRL a little bit later on tonight, which is going to be the Penrith Panthers taking on the Manly Sea Eagles. That will be starting in an hour and 20-minute time, so be sure to stick around for that one. And then we've got Super Rugby on the main channel that is going to be coming, and that will be tomorrow, the next day, and the next day alongside the Six Nations. So we've got plenty of rugby, plenty of cricket coming up as well. Now, 69 minutes in, they have started their clock again, so I will also start my clock again. Okay, there we go. We are back with where they are. So currently on the halfway line, it is going to be the scrum feed for MATATU. And if they don't end up winning this one, you'd say that more than likely the Chiefs will be able to close out this game with a win, and the first ever win for these women's Super Rugby Aupiki competition. And also, what is the main channel called, says Ari? So it is called the Kiwi Lads. So it's just the Kiwi Lads without the Kiwi Lads sport. So pretty much, yeah, it is just ditching the sport at the end. I'll get you a link to help you out. And the speed limit on highways in Grammy is 130k. That is very quick. Also, we'll go like this. The Kiwi Lads. There we go. We'll click on that one. Click on that one. And there you go. That is the link to the main channel if you do want to check it out. But currently now, trying their way for MATATU. That is the siren we can hear, which does mean if this one is stopped at all, it will be the end of the game. It's going to be the advantage here. I believe that is a penalty advantage just stopped as well, says Harry. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, also be sure to hit the subscribe button on this one. We have got plenty more coming up. It's going to be offloaded on the inside. MATATU now working their way up to the 22. They've still got the advantage as well now, although I don't believe that will be for too much longer. Can you watch a video before your next one as well, says Brandon. I will try my best. Another advantage to MATATU. So they've already got themselves a bonus point. Going for the cross kick now. Kicking a high. Ruby Tui is just able to slap it down. Or in fact, it was Portia Woodman. It's gone backwards. And it is still going to be available. And they've still got the advantage here. And I was going to put a link to my chat. It was us, Sam Henry. I think it ends up just deleting the links that aren't my ones, unfortunately, by the looks of it for YouTube. That one is going to be now 2 for MATATU. Right, there's an injury at the moment as well. I believe that will be Bremna, who is down currently. Doesn't look like she's in the best way. And also Warriors plays sometime as Super Rugby on Saturday night. Yeah, I believe their game is at 8, isn't it? Up against, who was it? Who are they playing? Warriors are up against, I want to say it's like the Broncos, but I think I could be wrong for that one. I can't quite think of exactly who they have got. And also, what is this as well? Says Gareth, welcome in, mate. We are on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel for this one. We decided to test it out due to the fact that it was going to be very tricky to know whether or not it was going to be behaving itself on the main channel, just due to copyright and everything like that. So this is actually the first ball on this side for a little while. First channel video on this one, I should say. I think it said ball, didn't I, and Dragons. Okay, so that will be an interesting match. But Leonard going off the field. Currently important throw 5 minutes out here for MATATU. If this ends in a draw, that means every team will be on the same points at the end of this round. While the women's Super Rugby Aupiki, so it will pretty much be a 2-round contest. Now driving her way forward nicely. Veer closer and closer, 5 meters out. Ball's still available for them. Looking for it. Wide cutout pass. It's going to be tricky. Holmes tackled low by Portia Woodman. And also it would have been Chubik, who has had a very good game. Got the ball, or get the ball, Chiefs. Says Navman, what comp? It is Super Rugby Aupiki, so it is the women's Super Rugby competition. And it is the first game. It is only a 3-round contest. And there was going to be a game between the Blues and the Hurricanes earlier on today, but unfortunately COVID cases just so can Warriors make the top 8. I have heard a lot of rumors this year that they should be able to get themselves up there. Now it's a wide cutout pass for the corner, throws it back on the inside. I don't know whether or not they've put the ball down. I don't think they want to score that wide. They're celebrating. This is going to be a very hard kick, but it's going to be the try. Conversion to tie. If I was them, I wouldn't have gone so wide. I feel like that's going to be a risk. Amy Rule, she scored the try. It's a celebratory moment for MATATU, but they still need to get this kick to be able to draw this game. And before it was just me and Amos chatting to each other until Brandon came in, and also in London as well, says Harry. So welcome in, mate. Must be early morning start there for yourself, I assume. Oh, you are in London, but yeah, we have got the NRL a little bit later on. Are you a rugby league fan? Do let me know. But MATATU working hard, scoring the try, although I do think that this is going to be just a little bit too tricky of a kick. Like, if she gets it, it's going to be a great one. She actually struck one nicely earlier on, but I don't believe, in fact, sorry, she hasn't got a single kick today. But now it's going to be Mackenzie. Is she the sister of Damien Mackenzie? No smile on the face here. She strikes it. It's coming round. It misses out to the right-hand side. And the Chiefs, they will win this game. And it is the Chiefs who do win it over MATATU, who do get themselves a bonus point. This one, and yes as well, says Harry. So we are going to be covering that at another hour and 45 minutes time. And do Gloucester Rugby on the Premiership Rugby as well. We do actually do a little bit of Premiership Rugby on the main channel. We're Gloucester playing this weekend. We'll have a quick look, but what a game that it was. Only 2 points difference between them, but we are at full time, and it is the end of this matchup. MATATU able to get very close, but just not quite close enough, and it was not nice, Sam, as well. Why does it not go to the 80th minute? Because they are actually playing 70 minutes for this game. So that is why India actually 8 down, so it looks like New Zealand will be able to get themselves the win in the cricket as well. Right, we are just having a quick look at who Gloucester play, because I know that they've got a game coming up, don't they, for Premiership Rugby. Who do Gloucester have? Gloucester. Oh, they got Sale Sharks on Sunday at 4 a.m. But pretty much while we are covering the Six Nations at 3 a.m., we'll be letting you guys know all the scores for the other ones. And OC Sam. So yeah, it is only a 70-minute game between the two sides. But nonetheless, do appreciate every single one here for being here. If you are new, like I mentioned, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be back with the NRL just a little bit later on tonight. And that is going to be in about an hour and 15 minutes time. But thank you all very much for tuning in to this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We have got I got Sky Sport now for $25. You will be able to watch all the games. I'm going to go by Hamish, as I said, Sam. But yeah, we've got Super Rugby Aupiki, also Super Rugby Pacific. The NRL's starting up. You'll be able to see that on there as well. And we will be back for that a little bit later on tonight with the Panthers taking on the Sea Eagles. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.